First of all, so happy to be in Madrid and be at the Fitur. This is one of the most important tourism fairs in the world, and we so much appreciate the invitation. Today in the morning we were so honored to meet with Their Majesties, the King and Queen, and this was the highlight for us. Speaking about 2023, this was the tourism year by far in Jordan, and the numbers that we have achieved were unprecedented in the history of tourism in Jordan. We started in January until October with excellent numbers in terms of visitors and the revenue. Usually we rely on the Central Bank of Jordan to release the numbers. Today we're talking about 15.6%, the contribution of the tourism sector in the total GDP of Jordan. So in terms of the total economy, tourism in Jordan is one of the most vital and important sectors. After the Israeli aggression on Gaza, numbers started to decline. So we all know that the tourism sector is a sensitive sector. Nevertheless, it is a flexible sector, it's a resilient sector, and the recovery is fast. Today, as we speak, we're here to convey a message, a clear message to the world that Jordan is not at war and we're not a war zone. Our borders are still open and our skies are open. We did not close the skies. So we invite all friends from Spain and from the whole of the continent of Europe to come and witness how Jordan is safe and secure. And I can tell you that the numbers of 2023 were excellent in terms of the visitors from Spain. We speak about 60,000, and we're ambitious not to double, but actually to quadruple the numbers from Spain, because the Spanish tourist is very, very important for us in Jordan. And we're always asked the question, how is the situation now in Jordan with the war in the neighboring area? And we always say, come see for your own eyes, with your own eyes, and tour the country from the south to the north, from the east to the west, and you come out with a conclusion, any conclusion that you arrive at, we will be happy with this. Jordan is a country that has a lot to offer. Any minister of tourism would tell you the same and would argue with the same argument. If we go to the prehistory, we talk about the first bread that was made in Jordan. This is proven to have taken place 14,000 years ago. If you speak about art, we speak about the Ain Ghazal statues, which are 9,000 years old. One of them is displayed in the Louvre, Paris today, and the other one is displayed in the Louvre, Abu Dhabi, and the rest are in Amman. So if you look at the art that the Ammanite people practiced 9,000 years ago, this will tell you the story, how civilized the Jordanian people were and how civilized the Jordanian people are. We speak also about the religious tourism. We speak about the Christian pilgrimage. We have 5 sites that are acknowledged by the Vatican as places of Christian pilgrimage. The top on the list is the baptism site. For me, I'm not a Christian, but I understand that the Church of Nativity is very important because Jesus Christ was born there. We understand that the Church of the Holy Sepulchre also is important because this is where Jesus Christ had ascended to heaven from. But the baptism site is different because it is the birthplace of Christianity itself. This is where Jesus Christ was baptized by John the Baptist. So the birthplace of the region itself was on the east bank of the Holy Jordan River. This site was inscribed on the World Heritage List of UNESCO back in 2015. We're so proud that this site is geographically situated in Jordan, a Muslim country ruled by a Hashemite, a direct descendant of the Prophet of Islam. So the grandson of the Prophet of Islam is protecting one of the holiest places for Christianity. We can also connect this site to Macarius. It's a citadel, a castle where John the Baptist lived and was beheaded by King Herodos. So it is also of significant importance to the Christian faith. Mount Nebo is not an exception. It is the second most visited site after Petra. We received 1 million people visiting Mount Nebo last year. And also we talk about the Church of the Lady of the Mountain. This is where Virgin Mary and Jesus Christ have passed. And this is where they lived in one of the caves. And Mar Elias also is a very important site. So 5 of maybe tens of sites that are important for the Christian faith, and these places are protected, preserved, and restored by us. If you ask me about this year, 2024, we're here in Fitur to promote the country. We're here to tell the story of Jordan. We're here to speak about the safety and resilience and strength of Jordan. This is not the first crisis that takes place in the region. Jordan has faced many crises before, and we have been facing crises for the past decades in the country. Every time we are strong and we get out of the crisis stronger. I'm sure that we will get stronger than before, and we are very optimistic that this war will end, because at the end of the day, people look at the map, see Jordan as a spot in this inflammable area. They don't distinguish between what we have in Jordan and what's happening in the neighboring countries. So we call upon our friends from Spain and from Europe to come and witness how beautiful Jordan can be and how safe Jordan is. Today, as we speak, we understand that the iconic site in Jordan is Petra, and Petra for us is not only architecture. Petra for us is a complete civilization that has many components: language, culture, music, engineering, trade and finance, and there are extensions of this civilization. The Nabatean civilization has extended to the south, has extended also to the north in the past. So Petra is known, Petra is famous, but it is not the most important. There are many important sites in Jordan that are not less important than Petra, but not less known, like Rasas, for example. Rasas is also a site inscribed on the World Heritage List of UNESCO since 2004. This site was an extension to the Nabatean civilization. It was occupied by the Romans and then the Byzantines. When the Byzantines came, they built their own churches. 7 churches were built during the Byzantines era. When the Muslim Empire expanded into the Jordanian land, they did not only preserve what they had found in terms of churches and places of worship, they also built the same number of churches, so they doubled the number of churches. This is a testimony on how tolerant the Islamic and Arab civilization was and still tolerant. And we speak about those Umayyad aristocrats, Arab aristocrats, who ruled over the Jordanian land for almost 90 years, and they were followed by the Abbasides, who continued on the same course of action. Also, after the Abbasides, we had many civilizations that have left their traces in the country. The Ottomans are not an exception, and today we have the Hashemite era, which is the era of rebuilding and restoring and protecting all the archaeological sites in Jordan. we're talking about 15,000 archaeological sites in the country that are registered on our national register. These are out of 100,000 sites. So Jordan is described as an open museum, and it is an open museum.